this was on the back lot at the studio. We built that doggy daycare.
There's a lot of city extensions in this.
Yeah, the actual city was only a block in either direction. Right down that, street behind Iris was only like about 3 storefronts, and then it turned into a green screen. And then we had this cool old car that we found in England for Iris to drive because she's cool. And we have our guy who's driving the Gardner Fox truck.
He's not a good multitasker.
Now Iris is going to pull out, and the light's going to turn for green for her, red for the truck driver who can't, but because he's down getting his hamburger, he can't see that. So, and then here we have Flash giving her one look, and there's a little bit of you can see there's a mutual attraction between the two of them. As soon as the accident happens, he goes into Flashtime, so time kind of slows for him.
And this establishes sort of the Flashtime look, the color shift and the refraction, so that you're kind of in this other world. We wanted to keep that because that's pretty important for the rest of the movie when you see him in costume.
So he kind of just poked his finger through an empty frame, and we were like, oh, there'll be glass here.
This glass breaking shot in particular, but this one, Zack had a very specific and I think very cool way of showing the progression so that it like you could see it spiderweb and grow.
That was us going like, what would happen if this was taking place at a kind of slow motion that you kind of can't create? We had a bunch of lights that we put around to strobe around. You guys had to take out later. But this was always cool, that notion that he comes to a stop, but he's not really paying attention, so he kind of digs the ground up a little bit. Like so many things, I think this sequence, there's a bit of a leap of faith, but I've worked with DJ long enough, to have no fear about these things. On the day, we're just like, oh, that'll be cool. That's all that glass breaking. Yeah, that'll be amazing. And then we had to make the hair. We pulled her hair back because we had to make it. When we were shooting, I remember I had to say, Ezra, imagine there's hair there. I had to show him this drawing, actually. I'd be like, you're going to just kind of gently push the hair away.
And she's wearing a performance capture suit.
Yeah, so all her clothes were put on in post.
We wanted her to be very fluid, like she was underwater, her cloth and her hair. So
we had Iris on this kind of robotic arm. We could rotate her in a super smooth way when he starts to turn her. We could easily just have the character grab her down and put her on the ground, and that'd be fine. But we really endeavored to try and figure out what the reality would be. We always talk about the fact that if Flash grabbed you really hard, he could tear your arm off.
And that's part of the fun of it too, I think. I like talking through this stuff with you to kind of figure it out. Look, we're all making it up. It's all make-believe, but I think it sells the story better if it makes some kind of sense and it's consistent.